everyone, Monroe Steele here of Fashion Steele NYC, and welcome back to my channel and another New York City vlog. Make sure to give your girl a thumbs up and subscribe if you love fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and travel videos. Okay, speaking of travel, we are still currently in Miami, but we're about to pack and we're heading first thing tomorrow to New York City to celebrate Juneteenth weekend with my girls, with my friends, and it's going to be amazing. I'm really excited to head back to New York and get those New York vlogs out for you guys. But speaking of travel, this portion of the video is sponsored by Quince. You guys know I love Quince. They have incredible clothing, they have home decor, they have things for travel. They have pretty much everything you need at a wonderful, affordable price. Quality pieces that are sustainable. I mean, they're all about feeling like quality is a luxury that should be affordable for everyone, and I love that. And so they have so kindly sent over some suitcases, and I needed these suitcases so bad, you guys, because my old ones, one of the wheels fell off, the other one is cracked. Yes, cracked. And I definitely needed some new suitcases. So yeah, special thanks to Quince for sending these suitcases over perfectly in time for me to travel to New York City. Now, what you need to know about these suitcases, they have a limited lifetime warranty. They have free shipping on all orders and 365-day returns. I mean, that is incredible for a return. You can bundle and save on your suitcases. For example, you can get a carry-on and a full size for a discounted price. And of course, I will link all of these things down below. Let's get into the carry-on suitcase, which this is probably the fanciest suitcase I've ever owned. First up, we have the front pocket carry-on suitcase, and I love how sleek and chic this really is. What I love about Quince's suitcases is that the lock mechanism is actually on top of the suitcase instead of on the side. I feel like that's a really great ergonomical design, you know, to keep your back from hurting. You guys know I've been having some back pain. I don't want to have to be bending over, putting in the code and such. And with these suitcases, you don't have to. It's on the top. Love that. It's very chic. It is made of a polycarbonate shell. It's ultra lightweight. It has smooth 360 spinner wheels and adjustable rubber grip handle. It also, on the inside, is amazing. The left side is fitted with a zippered mesh enclosure meant to hold inflexible items like shoes and toiletries. And the right side is set up to store your clothes. You can stack it all up and then buckle on the compression pad. I've never seen a compression pad before. Tighten the straps for like optimal space saving. And then you can tuck your extras into the mesh pocket there. There's also a removable laundry bag stored in a small pouch at the base of the suitcase. I mean, if that ain't luxury, I don't know what is. But what really got me about this suitcase is that front pocket. I've never had a suitcase with a front pocket. And I love that this is perfect for storing your laptop. There's a pocket in the back for your laptop. There's a pocket in front of that for like notebooks and things. There's 3 smaller zipper pockets that you can then roll up all of your power cords and things and put them there. Things that you need like super quick, easy access to. You can even documents you can pop right in the front. And I really, really love that. I feel like that's gonna make packing so much easier. And that front pocket does hold up to a 16-inch laptop, which is great. Okay, now let's get into the large checked Quince suitcase. Now, I already know I have enough stuff I'm packing for Juneteenth that I'm gonna have to use the expander on this. There is an expander zipper that allows up to, I think, a whole extra inch of space with this suitcase. Now, on the left side of this suitcase, there are 2 extra large mesh pockets, which I think is great. It's pretty much situated exactly like the front pocket carry-on suitcase. And again, it does have a laundry bag. It has a mesh pocket on the right side with on the front of the compression for when you really need to push your clothes down in there. You can snap them in. And I feel like it's just such great innovative design when it comes to suitcases. Now, all of their suitcases come with this Scuffs Happen bar, and you can use this little bar to clean your suitcase. All you have to do is dampen this little eraser, squeeze out the excess water, and then gently rub away any scuff marks or dirty spots on your suitcases. I mean, they thought of everything. They really thought of everything. And finally, you guys, this is amazing. I got some Ego Compression packing cubes. I've never actually used packing cubes, but I've seen so many videos of people using them and how efficient they can be when you're packing. There's different sizes in here. There's 1 extra large, a 1 liter, I think a 2 medium, a 1 small, and 1 extra small cube. And they're great with compression zippers that reduce bulk by up to 60%. So I feel like these would be great for bulkier items like sweaters and coats and things. Of course, it's summertime, so I'm not going to be packing any of those things. But yeah, I can also use them to store like my toiletries, makeup brushes, and things like that, so that they fit more perfectly into my carry-on suitcase. So I will be sure to link these items down below. Again, you can always bundle and save. Let's say get a carry-on and get a checked bag. Bundle them together and save. So I will link everything down below. These suitcases come in, I believe, 3 or 4 different colors as well. They have this beautiful kind of like nudie color. I might have to get that next, but for now we're going with black. So we're about to go ahead and pack to head to New York. I have a lot going on in New York, so we're gonna pack these up. But I did also get a few items from Quince as well for this trip, starting with what I have on. This is a gorgeous silk midi skirt. I have this skirt now in so many different colors. I have it in like a pearl color, like a pearl off-white. I have it in black, and now I have it in butter yellow, the color of the season. I ended up getting this skirt in a small. It does have an elastic waistband, so yeah, you can go with your normal size, but this butter yellow is just so good for summer. So I will be packing this Quince skirt as well, and I'll link it down below. Get it. I mean, it's just so chic. In addition to that, I also got this white and blue pinstripe strapless maxi dress that I love. This is just giving I'm a domestic goddess. It's so stunning. I ended up getting this in a small. Definitely size down with this dress because it runs a little big. Even the small is a little big on me, and I'm normally a medium. But when I order from Quince, I usually get my pieces in a small, and they tend to fit really well. But this dress is gorgeous. It has pockets. It also comes in a white linen vibe. Love that one as well. It does have a little like rubberized piece around the top so that it sits on your bust, and so it's nice and comfortable all day. Super lightweight, just a really very just I'm a domestic goddess. I'm gonna be in my garden, I'm going to the park, I'm going to the farmer's market type of dress. It's not hugging you, it's not making you feel super hot, and it's such amazing quality. Like, that's what Quince is all about. They have amazing quality. So I'll be sure to link the skirt as well as this dress. Again, it comes in a white linen too. Get the white one. The white one is fire, but I love a good pinstripe with the blue. So that is everything from Quince. Special thanks to Quince for sponsoring this portion of the video. I've linked all of these pieces down below. Head on down to the description box and check them out. I know y'all are doing some traveling this season, and they got everything you need. They got your clothes, they got your shoes, they got your swim, they got your travel, your luggage. And I mean, if you're doing like a summer home refresh, they have amazing home products as well. I actually just bought quite a few of their duvets for my new house. So yeah, thank you so much, Quince. Love working with you guys. So yeah, I need to pack because I leave in less than, I don't know, I got like 15 hours to pack and get my life together. So let's put these packing cubes and these new suitcases to use and pack a fun wardrobe for a fun-filled weekend in New York City. All right guys, it is the next day. It is bright and early and we are about to head to Miami International Airport, but I wanted to show you my airport fit. I am wearing this Quince bodysuit. I actually love this bodysuit for travel because it's so comfortable. The straps on the shoulders are adjustable, and I paired them with a pair of loafers. These loafers are from Saint Laurent. They are so comfortable, yet they're very smart and chic. And I also went with the Saint Laurent blazer. This is one of my new in pieces that I've just been loving. It's beautiful. I love the structure of it. We're gonna finish up the look with a fitted hat. This is one of my favorite hats from New Era. I love the rose. And then of course we have my new luggage from Quince. I have my expandable suitcase that will be checked, and then I have my front pocket suitcase that will be my carry-on. And that is the OOTD for traveling today. Let's head to the airport. Alright guys, so we have made it back to New York City. We are in my Harlem apartment, as you can hear. A lot of you kind of have been missing some videos, so I've been getting a lot of questions about whether I still have my New York City apartment, and I do. I am keeping this apartment. I love this apartment. This will always be like home. But yeah, I'm very happy to be back in the city, but I'm not happy about this weather. You guys, it is Juneteenth it's the Juneteenth week. If you don't know what Juneteenth is, you gotta check out all of my Juneteenth vlogs. But it's a very historic celebration for Black people, and the Layout, which is a company that puts together a lot of events focused on Black joy, they always put on a huge celebration at Fort Greene Park in Brooklyn. It's called The Layout Co. Follow them on Instagram for all of their incredible events in and around New York City, as well as the Juneteenth celebration. It always happens the Sunday before Juneteenth. Juneteenth is actually on June 19th. And yeah, it's the weather is abysmal. It's rainy, it's dreary. They were supposed to have a backup rain date on the actual Juneteenth, but it's not gonna happen anymore. They said they're gonna do it the Sunday before Juneteenth, which is today, June 15th, rain or shine. It's also Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the fathers that, you know, watch my channel with your wives. I know y'all are out there. I see you seeing me, and I thank you, and I thank your wife for putting you on. Tell your friends. I'm single. Anywho, yeah, so I have a few hours. I've been home for about an hour and a half. I always take the first flight out of Miami, which I believe is either at 6:30 or 7, and I'm usually home by 11 a.m. And I love that because I feel like I have the whole day. My suitcase is held up beautifully. I do have a scuff on one, so later on in the vlog I'm gonna use the magic eraser that came with my suitcases from Quince and see how it buffs out the scuff. So I have a few hours before I'm meeting up with the girls in Fort Greene Park, and also to get my outfit together. But I am starving, and your girl wanted a southern meal, so I ordered some food from Sylvia's. Now, if you've never heard of Sylvia's, Sylvia is that girl. She has a restaurant here in Harlem, and it's of course her namesake, and it's so delicious. I mean, smothered pork chops, smothered chicken, fried chicken, collard greens, cornbread, yams, what else? Potato salad. I mean, everything is so delicious. So I ordered some food from there and I'm about to eat it because I just feel like I want a nice hearty meal in my belly before I head to Fort Greene. Now they always have vendors set up all around with food. I believe last year I got some Jamaican food and it was bomb. I think I got some oxtails. But yeah, I want to keep it light this year. We're just gonna have a kiki, some snacks, some drinks. You know, I'm in charge of bringing the blanket, and I also ordered a cheesecake from Make My Cake, or is it Bake My Cake, which is another institution here in Harlem, black owned, all about incredible cakes. And so I got a sweet potato pie from them. I ordered it on Uber Eats last night for the celebrations today with my girls. I believe it's going to be Tanya, Nunai, Chi, my girl Amira is saying she might pull up, my girl Vic is saying she'll pull up, so we'll see. All are welcome. Let me show you my food. I'm gonna show you my food. We're gonna eat and then we're gonna get ready, pack everything up that we need for the park, and we're gonna head to Fort Greene to celebrate Juneteenth. Let me show you the food. Okay, y'all, here is my order from Sylvia's. I got the smothered chicken, and I like dark meat, so I got dark meat. I got some mac and cheese, I got cornbread and yams, sweet potato. The way I'm about to devour this, I'm so hungry. It's gonna be so delicious. So yeah, if you're ever in Harlem and you are craving a southern meal and you're a southern girl like me, head over to Sylvia's because she got you, and the food is bomb. Hey y'all, so I just got finished getting myself ready for the layout, and of course every year I have to wear black owned brands or brands from the diaspora. So today I am wearing my Ike Keri robe. It's actually a jacket, but I styled it with a little tank top from Revolve, some Zara shorts, and my Tibby fringe mules. But for the fragrance, we are doing Brown Girl Jane Dusk. This is a black owned business. I love black owned fragrance brands because I feel like fragrances are always held to a really like high standard. Most fragrances, no matter the price point, are considered luxury, and so to see more black and brown people in fragrances and in the fragrance space, it's healing to the soul. Anywho, my girl Ty, she is one of, I believe, 3 co-owners of the brand Brown Girl Jane, but Dusk is one of my favorites. It smells delectable. Like, let me see. It's giving like brown sugar, like you are just a cocoa buttered up summer goddess with cornrows, cut off short, skin glistening. You probably got a big booty, you probably eat a lot of cornbread, and men just love you. You know, you the type of woman that men sit between your legs and you braid their hair. You're the woman that men go to war for. Okay, this is the vibe of Brown Girl Jane Dusk. It's very sweet, but not juvenile sweet. It's very black. I don't know how to else describe it, but like your favorite black girl, this is what she wears. That's the vibe. But I'll link it down below. I believe their fragrances are available at Zara, and I have pretty much most of them. I have Dawn. Dusk is like settling into the evening. You know, Dawn is like fresh early morning. We have Dare. Dare is another one of my favorites. I actually really love Dare, especially for like a nighttime date. And then we have Casablanca, which I think has coconut in it. So yeah, definitely check them out if you have never heard of them. But that's gonna be the look. Of course, Fenty on the lips, another black owned brand. And also Fenty on the body. And I think they already restocked these back on the Fenty website only. And I think it's a limited like release of their body lava, and I use the one Hold My Trophy. It is stunning. I have it all over my legs, and my legs are glistening in these tiny shorts. So that is going to be the look for today. I have on all of my favorite ear parties. My makeup came out really lovely. I forgot to put on my setting spray. We're going to quickly do that. I made a little reel for this look, so I will go ahead and then insert that for you guys. And then I'll show you what's in my bag that I'm packing for the layout. And then we will head on over because I'm gonna be late. Here's the reel. So we are getting ready to head out, but I wanted to show you what's in my bag. The bag I'm taking today is from Demilier London, and I recently wore a bag of theirs in Miami, but it was like a lizard. This one is more like a summer vacation bag. It's raffia, lined in black raffia with a little leather pouch here on the front. This is the back. I love how the leather straps are stitched onto the bag, and then it's just a pretty open bag, which is like perfect for the layout. Inside here I have this blanket. I'm pretty sure a brand gave this to me, but it's by Sunny Life, and it is one of those foldable waterproof like blankets. So this will serve as a great place for us to sit once we find a spot. And then I also brought my camera. This is the Instax Mini 40. I bring this to any kind of event like this because I love having physical pictures and memories. I like to put these on my fridge. I like to gift them to friends so they can remember the moments. And yeah, this was one of my 5 favorites of the week for summer. And if you don't know what my 5 favorites of the week is, every Sunday on Instagram I do my 5 favorites of the week, and I share all kinds of products, fashion, beauty, tech, really home decor, really anything that I'm just loving that week. And this was one of them, and so many of you purchased this. I think this is so great for summer, especially when you're like traveling with your family, with your kids, with friends, and you just want to make moments and have them right on hand. This is great. I believe you can get them pretty much anywhere, Walmart, Amazon. And then I have this little travel bag, which was actually a complimentary gift with a purchase I made at Dior Beauty. I do have a code with them. It's Monroe, all capital letters, 2025 for a complimentary gift with any purchase over $135 at Dior Beauty. I'm not sure if it'll be this one. I think they're done with these, but I love this because any bag that doesn't have like pockets, I can put all of the things I really need in here and zip it up so they don't get lost in the bag. And in here I have some film for my camera. I have 3 pictures in there right now, so once those are done, I'll just re-up with extra photos, and 10 come in a pack. I have my keys, trusty keys. I have my Bottega sunglasses, but it's not sunny, it's like actually rainy. I have my Fenty HBIC lipstick. I have my ear pods, which if you didn't know, if you go to Apple, they will they can put your name or really anything, your initials, for free onto your cases. So I have my last name here on my earpods case. Now, am I going to use this while... I'm not going to use these while I'm at the event, but on the way there, it's a pretty long ride, and so that's what I'll need it for, on the ride there and on the ride back. And then I also have my grill in here because, yeah, it's that kind of party with grills. You know, after I eat and it's time to drink, I pop my grills in. So nothing gets lost because it's all in this little pouch, and I toss this little pouch into the bag. I also have an umbrella because, yeah, it's supposed to rain. And other than that, I'm carrying my Chanel compact mirror. This is such a great gift. It has just a regular mirror and then a magnified mirror. I think this is like 50 bucks. Comes in a beautiful Chanel box. Perfect gift for anybody. But just in case I need to retouch, the bathroom situation at the park is not the best, so it's good to have this on hand. And then I'm taking my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 camera so I can take you guys with me. I would love to take my Canon G7X, and I might just take it. That's what I'm filming on right now. But I feel like for walking around and lugging stuff, this is going to be easier for me to carry. So I charged it up. Let's see, is it charged? Yeah, it's not even, it's 100% charged. Look guys, that's you all. It's 100% charged, so that's great. And that's pretty much everything that I am packing. Normally I would also pack like a fan, whether that's a handheld fan or a portable fan, but it's not even 70 degrees. I'm out here in shorts. But this is the look, okay? This is the look. So we just have to deal with this abysmal weather in New York City. But cross his fingers, it doesn't rain. It hasn't rained all day, even though I said it was gonna rain. So we shall see. All right guys, that's everything in my bag. I've linked all of those things down below. Let's get us an Uber and head over to Fort Greene Park. One of the things I love so much about New York City is the community of Black folk and all of the events in Harlem and Brooklyn that celebrate Black joy. I didn't learn about Juneteenth until I moved to New York City over a decade ago. Juneteenth is a federal holiday to commemorate the end of slavery in the United States on June 19, 1865, with the last slaves in Texas being notified that they were free. Thus, it is celebrated on June 19th. I really can't explain the feeling we all collectively felt while dancing to Wipe Me Down in Fort Greene Park yesterday. Even in the rain, the atmosphere in that park was thick with happiness and joy. There wasn't much talking between my friends and I, just dancing, laughing, and motioning over the music to do a walkthrough or to pass a crab sandwich. A wobble here, an electric slide there. I was in my element and smiled so hard over those 4 hours that my cheeks hurt. I love being Black, and I love Black folk. Being Black in America comes with a lot of struggles, but when it's time for joy, oh, we got plenty of it, and we know how to tap in. Every year, Juneteenth just keeps getting better and better, and although the weather was the worst, this was definitely the most fun I've had in a while, and something I won't soon forget. And those are my morning musings. Good morning, guys. I made myself a little tea. I love this tea. It tastes amazing. It's like this cinnamon hot tea with a little honey, and of course the sounds of New York at 8 a.m. You know, can't live without it. I mean, I could, which is why I moved. Anywho, I just want to come on and say that I had the absolute best time ever at the Layout Juneteenth celebration with my girls. I met up with my girl Tanya, Nunai and Esteha of the Yusufs, my girl Amira, and her friend Day, who's now my friend. She's a chef. And it was just so much fun. Like, even though it rained, I had the absolute best time. The DJ was hitting, okay? People came out, and we were dancing in the rain pretty much. Clearly someone's boxed in, they can't get out, and they're just gonna lay on their horn until whoever's car is blocking them in comes and moves. Which is unfortunate, but I'm gonna try to talk to you through it instead of being annoyed. So yeah, people were dancing. One moment, please. Okay, people were dancing in the rain. I was dancing in the rain. Chef Day, she made some incredible like crab cake sandwiches and seasoned I believe it was collard greens and stuff for us to eat. It was so good, and we just had a blast. Okay, dancing, chatting, making the rounds, seeing some people I haven't seen since last Juneteenth celebration at the Layout. Of course, there were tons of Black owned businesses lining the perimeter of the park, and I ran into a subscriber, hey girl, hey, who has her own business. I also ran into my girl who owns Adorn New York Jewelry. Such incredible jewelry pieces. And there was another lady I ran into as well. Her booth was amazing. She had these stunning earrings, she had hats, and she did customization with cowrie shells. Y'all know I love a good cowrie shell, and she like put cowrie shells on the rims of sunglasses. She had really incredible hats as well. I'm gonna check her out and see if she like has a physical location or if she sells anywhere before I head back to Miami, because honestly I never had time to go back outside the park and check out the vendors before everything ended. It usually ends at like 6. I think we left there at 7, and then we walked 2 blocks up the street to this restaurant. I believe it's a newer restaurant. It's only been open for a few months, called Mango Bay, and it's a West Indian restaurant. When I tell y'all, it's stunning in there. It's inside of a brownstone. I think it's on the corner of Adelphi or Adelphi, and I don't know the other street, girl, don't get me to lying. But it's inside of a brownstone, and of course it was Father's Day. So there was so many families like dining with, you know, the men in their lives, and we ended up sitting next to a subscriber and her father, and we knew that they were like on a father-daughter date, and they looked so cute. And yeah, it was great meeting her. I believe she's an attorney, and yeah, we talked to her dad, and he was just he was so cute, and just it was just so wholesome, the whole thing. The food was incredible. Everything was so good. I had a little bit of the snapper. They have these goat curry puffs. Oh, so good. They had ackee and saltfish spring rolls. My God, the sauce in there was so, I would go back just for the spring rolls. The octopus was really good. I got the rasta pasta. That was okay. I would have preferred either the octopus or the snapper. The snapper had a curry sauce too. Oh my goodness, it was like fried snapper. Make you want to smack your mama. But the drinks were amazing. The vibe was good. The service was A1. I would definitely go back. In fact, I would love to go back before I head back to Miami, which will be in a few days. But yeah, I just really enjoyed being in Brooklyn. There's just something about Brooklyn, y'all. I don't know. Now, I said I wouldn't do this, but like, I don't know, every time I see a brownstone, I still kind of yearn to have one. So we gonna work on getting our money up, so that, I mean, I love this apartment. I will probably keep this apartment forever, but I'm definitely gonna rent it out. And maybe we'll just keep one house in Miami and get a brownstone in Brooklyn, and we would just live that bi-state life, you know. I'll be a little snowbird. I'll be up here when it's nice and the weather is beautiful, and as soon as it wants to act up, I will hop on a 2 hour and 15-minute flight, skedaddling right back on to Miami. We'll see. I still have brownstone dreams, but maybe that's like in my 60s. Maybe not. Maybe I'm not going to be wanting to walk up a whole bunch of steps at that age. That's not really that old though. But we'll see. My girl Camille, who has a stunning brownstone that's been in Architectural Digest in Brooklyn, she just told me she's having an event to celebrate Juneteenth. I mean, technically Juneteenth hasn't actually happened yet. The layout event is the Sunday before Juneteenth. Juneteenth is on June 19th, and that's in a few days. So she's having a little kickback this weekend, and I just love going to her house. Like, her and her mans and her baby, they are just goals. And then her house, goals. So we'll see. You know, you never know. I still have brownstone dreams, but it's gonna be a few years because I gotta get my money back up. But yeah, progress is being made on the house. My general contractor, bless his heart, anytime I go out of town, he don't really know that I'm out of town, but he always like sends me progress updates and videos every day if I don't stop by, so that I see what's happening. And my God, so a little recap. If you watched the previous video, I did put in some skylights. There was a leak in one of the skylights, and it rained really bad one day, and it pretty much rained into the kitchen, kind of messed up a little bit of the wall. The paint bubbled out, so they took all of that out and they fixed it. And then they kind of resealed everything around one of the skylights, and then they took my hose and like sprayed it to see if it was still leaking, and it was. So they ended up redoing the entire roof. He sent me a picture with all of my Spanish tiles removed, and he said the paper underneath had rotted in some places, so they took up all of the paper that was on top of the wood that like seals everything, and they replaced it. And then they put the tiles back, and it looks like a brand new roof. Honestly, I'm so happy that they did that, because that was, I have I have 3 different roofs. There's 3 different levels to the house, even though the house is only 2 floors. That roof was the one that my inspector, when I inspected the house before I purchased it, said that I would need to replace. And so I'm really glad that they did that, because they basically did my roof, y'all, and now I don't have to have it replaced, and that was gonna cost me a whole lot of money. And I didn't think I would have to do it for a couple of years, but they just went ahead and did it, because if they didn't, the skylight would just continue leaking. So I'm really glad that they did that. That saves me a ton of money, like, to be honest, so much money. There will be an updated renovation video. I'm gonna do it this weekend when I go back to Miami, and then we right back to New York, because I have a brand campaign that I'm gonna be doing. I am going to a fashion show, and it's by Comfy Lee. They make these incredible wireless bras. I did a partnership with them a few videos ago, but they're having the first ever wireless bra fashion show. And it's gonna be in New York City on June 27th and 28th. You can get tickets to it. I think the tickets might even be free. So I'll put a link down below to it. So I'm going to the chat. They're having like a fireside chat, a panel on the 27th. So I will be going to that. And I will also be at the fashion show on the 28th. So if you're in the New York City area, you wanna come to the show, go to comfylee.com. I'll put a link down below. And there's a little link on the side that says like get your tickets and come to the fashion show, or come to the fireside chat on the 27th, and I'll be there and we can meet. It's not an official meet and greet, but I will be there. And so if you want to come out, learn more about incredible wireless bras with amazing technology, then come on out, and I would love to meet you. I don't know what the rest of this vlog is going to entail, because I'm going to break it up. I'm going for a staycation with L'Oreal Paris today and a little bit of tomorrow, and I want that to be its own separate vlog. So yeah, once that trip is over, I mean, I'll still be in New York for a few days, so we'll see what else ends up in this vlog. But I'm just feeling really good to be back in New York. I just really wish the weather wasn't so garbage. It's rained every single day that I've been here. I would really love to do a shoot. We're gonna try to plan that for Thursday. I'm gonna see if I can link up with either my photographer Trey or somebody who available, and maybe get a day room down at Nomo Soho Hotel and shoot like maybe like 3-4 looks, just so I have, you know, some New York content. I'm gonna try and do that before I leave out. So we'll see if that ends up in this vlog. But there are some events happening back in Miami. There's Black Miami Beach Week, and there's also a party at the one hotel. So we'll see what else is gonna be in this vlog. I'm not sure. I gotta break it up a little bit, but just wanted to catch up, have a little kiki with y'all, and I will check back in soon. By the way, my skin looks so good. I did my Primera face mask last night, the one that I told you guys about. That's one of my holy grail products. I usually do them every Sunday, but because I was in Brooklyn celebrating the Juneteenth celebration, I didn't do it, so I did it last night. And yeah, I'm so happy with my skin. I'm so happy with my skin. It's not perfect, but it is leaps and bounds better than it's previously been, and it feels so soft and moisturized after doing that mask. I did it for 3 hours last night and took it off. I just let the products marinate after I took the mask off and went to sleep. And then this morning I just wiped off any sebum that came out during the night and sprayed my face down with a little Caudalie grape mist, and that's the vibes. I gotta go to the post office, y'all. My least favorite place in the world, especially here in New York. Like, the post office is just where dreams go to die. But I have a package there and I gotta go get it. So c'est la vie. I will check back in with you guys soon. Cheers.